Say, partner, come take a ride with me. Let me talk to you about this Wing Chun. You know, I'm gonna be real practical. Talk some common sense into you. We talking about why the weapons are important in Wing Chun. Let's ride. Everyone trains in empty hand forms, but Wing Chun is not an empty hand system. It is a weapons-based system. And if you don't understand the weapons, you won't understand the system. If you give me a few minutes of your time, I'm gonna break it down for you. For those who just want to jump to the information, this video is chaptered out. Feel free to jump around. So who am I to tell you this tale? I'm just a self-defense instructor, particularly Wing Chun. I don't call myself a master. I don't call myself a grandmaster, none of that. I'm just a student of the game. I'm continually learning just like everybody else. But for me, I've been obsessed with self-defense and Kung Fu since a child. Just like Bruce Lee, Jordan, and Kobe, it's obsessively for me. I've been fighting since childhood, and if I didn't know what I was talking about, I can only imagine the type of flack back that I'd get from people.
Hey, don't know no doing.
Get out!
Get out, get out!
Get out! Get out of here!
Oh!
Who the hell you think you is? Bruce Lee Lloyd?
This motherfucker ain't no kung fu.
So we all know the origin story of Ung Mui and Wing Chun, but let's take a practical look at the origin story before Yim Wing Chun got the system and passed it down to everybody else. So when we go back to the origin story, Ung Mui only trained Yim Wing Chun for 6 months. So how much could she really have learned? Imagine everything else that Ung Mui / Wu Mei, all the other secrets that she had that she didn't get a chance to pass down to Wing Chun. So like I say, let's go back before Wing Chun, back to the 5 elders. These 5 elders were masters of different styles. They were all in the Shaolin temple with all type of styles. They wanted to create the ultimate style to deal with all other styles. Techniques were refined down to simplicity and directness, and most likely this is where the sticky hand evolved. If we look at Bruce Lee in modern times, he said study every style, take what works, and discard the rest. I got the memo as a child. If Bruce Lee didn't inspire you, we can look back to Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest dual swordsman ever. No clan, no lineage, no particular fixed style, just outside the box thinking, and he refined his skills during actual combat. This Wing Chun formula is just principles and concepts, and a lot of people have different versions of how it look. You can take this formula because you do have a choice. As long as you follow the principles and the concepts, you can do what you want with it.
We do have a choice! We can choose to be more than this! Are you with me?
So when we talk about the weapons and why the weapons are important, what is the most fundamental thing that we're doing? We're poking and slashing. That's it. Poke, slash, stab, cut. That is the main thing that you're doing with the weapon. So I would advise you that when you start your Wing Chun training is to not only start with the hand form, but start with the weapons just like everybody else. Because if you're not doing the weapons, you out of sync. You think people coming into a fight and they doing this right here. No one fights with a knife like that. They don't just stab. They're poking and slashing. So the 5 essential, the most basic things that of the hand forms that you're learning in Wing Chun: slashing, which would pack, tan, stab, gansao. Those are the, and bong sao. Those are the 5 fundamental things that you're learning to do in a knife fight. Everything else comes after that. You say, and weapons also show you how much slack that you have in your technique, that you don't have seamless transitions. So when he's punching at me slowly, see my transitions, are seamless. This is what the weapon is showing you with your hands, to have seamless transitions. So the same thing, see my transitions are seamless. Seamless transition. So you have to start with the weapons also when you're learning to do this. Seamless transitions to be able to move around your opponent. Seamless transition. And also with the weapons, you find out why trapping is important. See, you got 2 weapons. You don't have your hands, so with the weapons to show you why you need to be able to trap. So as he's punching, same. See, this is where you're learning to trap the arms. The weapons teach you all of this. Traditional Wing Chun is just a basic framework. There is so much more to learn in Wing Chun beyond the basics. Don't get caught up listening to the traditionalists. Oh, it must be pure. You must only do Wing Chun the way Wing Chun is taught. Wu Mei only gave Yim Wing Chun the basic format. That's why everyone think it's just punching. That's not. This is where all the hand techniques come from: punching and slashing. So if you're interested in more and going beyond the basics, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'll be around. I'm in LA. See, if I can control you, I can hit you whenever I want to. So Wing Chun is about control first. See, in a situation where we're punching and we're fighting, I want to get control of him first before I hit him. Because if I'm not worried about this hand and I'm over here hitting him, he could be hitting me also. So I'd first control the arm, trap, and then do what I'm gonna do. People have this idea of what Wing Chun is supposed to look like. Wing Chun traditionally is 70% hands. So you're supposed to master your hands. If you master your hands, you can infinitely and expand your techniques and learn everything else. So when I say master your hands, I'm gonna let him demonstrate instead of me doing it. That way you see that this is not scripted and it's just right here, right now. So unscripted, that's what I mean. You master your hands. Now, I'm gonna demonstrate the same thing. Give me punches. Unscripted. As a person that's been in the security business for the most part of my adult life, I can't be running around punching people in the traditional way that you're used to seeing Wing Chun. So I use a lot of Chen Na on my job, so I don't have to hurt people and get caught on camera. So in a situation where he throw a punch, I'm going to joint lock the person. So when you have a person under control, you can do what you want. If you're just here trading blows, you are essentially gambling with your safety. For the guys that are MMA and UFC, you guys are in the ring and you practicing to take blows. If you taking blows, practicing, in your mind, you practicing to get stabbed and killed on the streets. Because someone stab you or punch at you in the night and you don't see if they have a weapon and you used to taking blows, that one blow, poof, you out of there.
Message!
So one of the techniques that you can apply to your Wing Chun that's not typically talked about, but it's in Tai Chi, it's called follow the limb back in. So a big part of the sticking process is sticking to the person and following the technique back in. So when he punches, I'm following the technique back in. So I'm not losing contact. That's why stickiness is so important. You see a lot of people, they fight and they lose contact.
Yep.
That's not Wing Chun.
That's sparring.
That's sparring. Where's the sticking? The sticking is to not allow the person to be able to do anything. I've been studying Wing Chun for a long time, trying to figure everything out. And one day out of nowhere, a thought popped into my head about what the 108 formula meant. So when you look at the 108, you see 108. Now we think 108 techniques, 108 different things, but in a fight, you're not gonna do 108 different things. So what hit me that day was looking at the one represents the spear, the sword, the linear aspect of Wing Chun, which you learn in the Sulium Tao. Forward intent. That 0 in the 108, to me that represents the circular aspects of Wing Chun, which would be Chum Q. The 8, to me, represents the spirals and the infinite movements that you can achieve when you understand the whole 108 formula. So that's what the 108 represents to me. Linear, circular, and infinite movement and infinite expansion. If you feel that I opened your eyes to this, leave a comment and tell me what you think about my understanding of the 108 formula. Hey, for all my millennials and Gen Xers, I know that your metabolism is slowing down, so I got a good weight loss tip for you that'll work every time, all the time, like no other weight loss tip. Fasting. Now the hack to this fasting tip is to extend your sleeping. So when you're sleeping, you are in a fasted state. So when you wake up in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock, whatever time you wake up, extend your fast for another 7 to 8 hours, which will give you about 16 hours of fasting and about 8 hours of eating. So typically what we do now, you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is you go eat breakfast. So you've eliminated your fasting. So what that scale looks like is you're eating in a 16-hour window and you're only fasting for 8 hours. That's not enough, especially when your metabolism is slowing down. So you need to flip that narrative and fast for 16 hours. And the hack to that is you've already fasted for 8 hours in your sleep. So that's the cheat code. You're just going an extra 8 hours. Remember when you was kids and you couldn't eat? You had to wait till your mama fed you? You got used to hunger pains. As an adult, no one is used to hunger pains. As soon as you get one hunger pain, you want to stick something in your mouth. So get used to hunger pains. I guarantee you that every time you get on a scale after 7 days, you will see that you have lost 1 to 2 pounds every week, guaranteed. You won't even have to eat correctly for this to work. But if you do eat correctly, you know, meats and vegetables, water, you will, the process will be that much quicker. Let me know, try it out, leave a comment if it worked for you. That's what I got for you.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be protecting somebody? Oh, wait, don't you need these?
If you receive value from this video, hit the like button. Feel free to comment. That way this video reaches the people that would love this info. Check out my channel, dropping gems. If I was you, I'd subscribe. Deuces, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.